All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have some cola from a review. I just reviewed a fast food item, so I have my cola here. I have some dirty ice from my freezer. Okay, I don't want to spill things. That would not be good. So let's take this big chunk of ice and put it in there. Oh, there we are. We're going to talk about reviewing things. More completely, we are going to talk about, can you review something if you change it? Because somebody made a comment on one of my reviews regarding that recently. Before I go any further, let me of course remind you that for every 1,000 subscribers I get across all 6 of my channels, I do purchase one of these bracelets from 4Ocean. 4Ocean then pulls a pound of trash out of the ocean every time I do that. If you would be so kind as to comment, like, and subscribe, you'd be taking an opportunity to do something good for the world. It's not the only thing I do for the world, but it's a thing. Anyway, so I drink in these videos, or I consume something in these videos, because I am a food blogger, and that's something I do. You know, it's a hobby, it's not an occupation. I'm not going to go around saying, oh, I'm a professional food connoisseur. No. I don't make enough off of it. I do make some money off of it, but I don't make enough to make a living. So I'm not a professional food blogger, nor am I making enough to actually declare it on my taxes. So I wish I were making that much, but it ain't happening. So that's why I consume things in these videos. And every time I have a soda or something sweet, having to make another video causes me to drink less of them and watch my weight a little bit better. So anyway, I reviewed a new menu item from McDonald's in October. And somebody wrote on the review, gave me a comment on my video, that I can't evaluate the item properly because I ordered it without sauce. But this was a variation on an item I always order without sauce, so, you know, their statement is you can't make a proper review if you eliminate one of the items. And it's like, well, who made that review? Who made that rule? No one. That's not a rule. I review movies. And one of the rules I did make for myself is if I don't finish watching the whole movie, I'm not going to review it. This is because I've started watching a lot of movies and not liked them enough that I was like, oh, I'll get to it later, and then I never do. And, you know, so now it is a thing. If I start watching a movie, I have to finish watching that movie. Okay. But if you don't watch to the end credits and you miss the end credit scene, you could pretty much still review that movie. There are people that don't watch the whole movie. There are people who have reviewed movies without watching them at all. Now, I do have to admit here that if I were reviewing a chicken sandwich and I removed the chicken, it would no longer be that item. It would be a bun. Now, if this was a chicken sandwich with a particular type of sauce and a particular type of cheese, and I swapped them out for something else, like if this was a chicken sandwich that had mustard on it, and then I asked for mayonnaise instead, you can't evaluate that. you can't evaluate anything you want to, but yes, that would pretty much lessen the review. Okay, but it's like when I ask for a sandwich, I ask for it the way I like it, and eating it the way I like it should really define what that sandwich is. For example, I don't care for mayonnaise. I I mean there are mayonnaises I can eat, but I'm more of a mustard guy to begin with. So if a sandwich comes with mayonnaise, I just tell them no mayonnaise, all right? I have an aversion to onions. If I eat onions, they'll give me a stomach ache. So if something has onions in it, I ask them not to add that. This doesn't always work well, and there are occasions under which I've had to pull the onions off, but that's just how the world works. And one of those big questions that comes about very quickly: how much can you change something and have it still be that thing? And the answer to that is, well, I mean, you decide. Okay? It also depends on the item, of course, because if I go, well, I want a double double from In-N-Out. Can I get that without cheese? It's no longer a double double because double double means double meat, double cheese. It's just a double, all right? So that does change the mix a bit. Now, I mean, if there's a particular type of pizza and the pizza comes with mushrooms and olives and bell peppers and onions and jalapenos, and I say, well, don't give me the onions, bell peppers, or jalapenos and add pepperoni. It's not the same pizza. I would say that, if I removed one item, I could probably still call it the same pizza. If I removed two, I probably shouldn't, but it's just one of those things that, what defines the item? If you're reviewing a ham sandwich, then it needs to have ham. Okay? That's how ham sandwiches work. There are certain places where there are sandwiches that have a definition of what they are. And that definition, it's like, this has to be had with mustard. If you don't have mustard, it's not that sandwich. Okay, and if you don't like mustard, then you shouldn't be trying that sandwich. All right? If you're reviewing a mushroom burger and you don't want the mushrooms, then it's not a mushroom burger. But if you're reviewing a mushroom burger and you don't have it with ketchup, ketchup is not the defining factor of mushroom burger. So there's that thing, And I mean, yeah, look, if I had gone out there and said, give me everything but the chicken, this chicken sandwich would no longer have been a chicken sandwich. But technically speaking, if I had gone out there and said, just give me the chicken, it's not a chicken sandwich anymore, but the item that needs to be reviewed is the chicken. So long as the signature item, the thing that makes it work, is there, you can probably make the review. Now, you can't do this with a pizza and say, give me a pizza without any dough. It ceases to be a pizza at that point. But, if it's a pizza with certain toppings, you could still taste the toppings even if they're not on the pizza. That does work. So, yeah, it's kind of a soft category. But the thing about that, of course, is that the person who should get to decide that is the person reviewing, and they should always say if they altered an item. So if they alter an item, just be like, yes, I altered it this way. Therefore, you're giving an honest review. If I watch half of a movie and say I only watched half of the movie, then I'm being honest. And, okay, maybe it picked up in the second half. You don't know. If I didn't see it, I wouldn't know either. But that's just one of those things, is that if you're going to review something, you should really be honest about it. So long as you're honest, really, no one should complain about you removing one of the items. Maybe they should complain if you remove two of the items. But so long as the object is fundamentally still the same object, it should be fine. Anyway, that's just my opinion. I'd love to hear yours down in the comments below. I'm Richard.
Oogog, Urganog. Daniel Ducky say YouTube gods need long outro so I can tell you comment, like, and subscribe so that this channel can pull trash out of ocean by buying Natrixes from 4Ocean. Also, links to new video now appear. Comment, like, and subscribe, or be cursed by Ugatha. Danger Ducky approves.